जब कभी ऐसे कोई मस्ताना निकले है अपनी में दीवाना, शाम सुहानी बन जाते हैं दिन इंतजार के। ओ राही ओ राही ओ राही ओ राही, रुक जाना नहीं तू कहीं हार के। ऑटो पे चल के मिलेंगे साए बाहर के। रुक जाना नहीं तू कहीं हार के। ऑटो पे चल के मिलेंगे साए बाहर के। ओ राही ओ राही ओ राही ओ राही। ये तेरा इम्तिहान है, साथी न कारवां है। ये तेरा इम्तिहान है, यूं ही चला चल दिल के सहारे। करती है मंजिल तुझको इशारे। देख कहीं कोई रोक नहीं ले तुझको पुकार के। ओ राही ओ राही ओ राही ओ राही, रुक जाना नहीं तू कहीं हार के। कांटों पे चल। Good morning, all of you. Any doubts are there in income from other sources? Yesterday there was an undecided break. There was an emergency. I could not take the class yesterday. So, क्या किया आपने? What did you read? I got some of your messages that you have completed capital gain. This Sunday, anyhow, the exam is there on business head. As decided, we will take in the sequence in which we are learning, and business head is quite vast. So let us take the exam of business head. Okay, right. As I begin the class, some clarifications I want to give. One is for the default tax regime. Now, so many of you are asking doubt that how will we come to know that we have to solve the problem with default tax regime. Nothing is given, you have to solve it by default tax regime. That is, you have to calculate the tax as per section 115 BAC up to 3 lakh nil, 3 lakh to 6 lakhs and whatever we have studied. If they give that person has opted out of default tax regime, then you have to calculate the tax as per normal tax regime. Okay. So nothing given, it is default tax regime, and surely one question in the 24 exam, be it CA or CMA, they will ask, compute the tax as per normal tax liability, as per default tax liability, and then compare which is beneficial and go with that. Okay, right? So this was clarification. Some more doubts are there. I've been clearing all your doubts in the Telegram. Just click the picture and send and wait for 24 hours, because morning these classes, GST classes, costing, so many things are going on. But we'll surely clear your doubt with voice note. Send the pictures clearly, topic, subject. I can help you better. Yes, thank you so much, all of you who have registered for free GST classes. Yesterday evening, it was super duper very nice. And the reason why I'm not going to take it live in YouTube, I've given in one of the Insta live. You can check it there. In brief, it is that it was GST is a very dynamic subject, right? Whether it is fast track, regular batch, chapter wise, whatever we are doing, sab karenge. It is covering all amendments, everything. I'm giving the material also. But when you attend the live class with teacher, there's a different level of interaction. That's what I wanted. So many of you are watching these recordings, and it is good. But why don't you attend it live? There is a different level of focus, right? So today we are doing income from other sources, thought to be ignored topic, not by all, but by many students. But the placement of income from other sources, I call this as a Kida topic. You know what is Kida topic? Kidhar bhi aa jayega. It will come anywhere. You don't have a specific problem for income from other sources like you have capital gain, house property, business head. Income from other sources will be a part of your total income. One or two items they will add, and they will ask you in the total income problem, and they will ask you in the MCQs, they will ask you in the case study bids. But if you don't know income from other sources, your MCQs and your total income problem will go wrong, dear students. It is very important, very easy. And after doing jumbo topics, business head and capital gain, this is one of the popcorn topic, we call it. Light, simple. It has only 3 sections, right? Every section has a chargeability, like in capital gain also we had. So this is having 3 sections. Section 56. Good morning. Keep joining fast. Section 56, 57, 58. Only 3 sections are there. Chargeability section 56 says, okay, this income is taxable in income from other sources. You can come. 57 says, okay, these are the expenses which are allowed in income from other sources. 58 says these are the expenses which are disallowed, over and out. Generally, I teach in one full class. This time, I'm going to take 2 classes because I don't know how many of remember in capital gain section 46, I did not cover. When the company is going into liquidation, how do you calculate capital gain? I left that whole section, that problem, because I want to teach it with deemed dividend. Okay. So that's the reason we are going to take one more class tomorrow also. Today, 90% of the portion and how to solve problems. How do you solve business head problems? Net profit, add less. How do you solve the capital gain problem? Sale consideration, and you know it. House property, GAV less, municipal taxes, NAV. Done. Okay, are you getting? So, how do you solve the income from other sources? It's very easy. Your mom is sending you out to get few things from the market. Okay, what do you say? Give me the list. Today's generation doesn't write the list in यहाँ लिखते हैं ऐसे, है ना? Right? So what do? And it's okay, no problem. So you're just making a list of what you need to get from market. How do you make a list? One bill of bus. That's the way you have to tax from income from other sources. This is taxable, dividend received, interest received, this received, agricultural income. Now, you know, this is not a dump yard. Anytime if we ask students, oh, this income is taxable under which head? कुछ नहीं समझ में आया ना? They say, ma'am, residuary section, income from other sources. That's not right. That's not right. There are few specific incomes which are taxable in income from other sources. 99.9% chances every exam they ask question for gift, which we are going to study in today's class, and we will solve a nice big problem covering up all the adjustments. Okay, I will not forget, but if I forget, remind me. Grossing up of income is the concept which is to be covered in income from other sources. The base for income from other sources is, you should know that if in income I will deduct TDS and pay you net, for you gross is taxable. So how do you gross up? I'll make you write and I'll show you. Shall we start? It's a very simple head, no much base building. Like business head takes one full class to build up the base, add less, एक example format. उतनी मेहनत ही नहीं है. There are, and how many of you can write in the chat box? Please write now. What are the incomes we have studied in other topics which are taxable here? Can you name some? First, I will add. Agricultural income, have we completed the topic? So, agricultural income received in India, it is exempt under section 10, clause 1. Agricultural income received outside India is taxable here. So, have you studied some income which are taxable here? Please write below very quickly. Don't copy, just think and say. This will make you one step ahead. Yes. What do you remember? Yes, income from house property. I did say that when there is a subtenant, where is it going to be taxable? Subtenant income. Kahan taxable hoga? Yeah, in other source. When it is subtenant or subletting, and rental income of open plot, and when the house is rented with other amenities. So rent of house property, other amenities, income from other sources. In capital gain chapter, land is compulsory acquired by government. They paid enhanced compensation after 3 years. On the enhanced compensation, they paid interest. Where is it taxable? Interest on additional compensation received late from government. Where is it taxable? Income from other sources. 50% deduction ke saath. Okay. So like this, there are so many things which are going to be taxable here. Clear to all of you or not? कि income from other sources में क्या क्या आएगा, right? And now let us read the list. Okay. This time I'm reading because it's quite simple. So oh, double echo it is happening. 1 second. Yeah. Clear? Income from other sources is called as a residuary head. We need not learn the list, but automatically आपको याद हो जाएगा. Huh? So first one specifically taxable here is winning from lotteries, puzzles, crosswords, games, and this time added is online gaming. For this, I want all of you to write here, refer section 194S, recently added. Okay, so online gaming, you all know betting and all is very common during IPL matches. So very well, all that is taxable in income from other sources, right? Then all the dividends. You know, when you invest in company, you get regular income in the form of dividend. So interim dividend, which is received between the year, final dividend, team dividend, all the kind of dividend are always taxable in income from other sources. Okay. Income by way of interest on securities. If this income is not chargeable under businesses, suppose you are dealing, buying and selling of securities, then interest received, you can take it as business income. But otherwise, income on securities in the form of interest is taxable here. Are you getting? Ma'am, all this will come in exam. No, out of this few. And the best part of income from other sources is today 2 hours class, it will be complete except deemed dividend concept. तो ये अच्छे से करो. This is going to be a part of your MCQ, your case study, and your main question itself. Those who have joined late, please, you all have missed some clarification I have given for default tax regime. So do check that, please, once. Income from subletting is taxable here. Family pension. Whenever employee retires, he gets pension from the company. That pension is taxable where? Pension kahan tax hoga? Salary head. Even if it is your former employer and now you're retired, as an employee, whatever is coming to me from my employer, it is pension. Okay, right? But when the employee is deceased, the same pension is given to the family members, widow or children. For them, it is taxable in income from other sources with 1/3 or 15,000, whichever is lower, standard deduction. Very, very important. Repeatedly asked in MCQs. 33, 1/3. So if the pension is received, say 60,000. So 60,000 ka 1/3. 20,000 or 15,000, whichever is lower. Clear to all of you? Director's sitting fees is taxable here. Okay. You know, board of directors, every time they attend the meeting, they get the sitting fees. That is going to be taxable here. Interest, yeah, director's remuneration can come here also, and it can come in income from salary also. I'll clarify that in salary chapter. But this is the sitting fees for attending every board meeting. Interest on bank deposit, saving account and all. Okay, right. Agricultural income from outside India. Income from undisclosed sources, market and write down 78% tax. What is undisclosed sources? You have hidden some income and it is caught up in survey, raid, seizure, search. Okay, then there is a raid of income tax. Then whatever cash, investments, unexplained expenditure, where from did you spend on the lavish holidays and birthdays celebration and all? From your income which you have not disclosed, black money you earned and you spent. So whenever it is disclosed, it's taxable in income from other sources at 78%. Interest on income tax refund. Income from machinery, plant and furniture. If vacant land is let out, the rent is accessible under this head. Yeah, open plot, if it is given on rent, there is no land appurtenant to it, right? So it's going to be taxable here. Next, LIC. If it is ULIP, unit linked insurance plan, on maturity, it is taxable under capital gain. But if it is LIC and if the premium exceeds 10%, okay, of the sum assured, if policy is 5 lakh and you are paying 80,000 premium, this is more than 50,000. 10% of the sum assured, say zyada more premium if you are paying, then on maturity, amount received from LIC is very well taxable in income from other sources. Remuneration received by MPs and MLAs. MPs and MLAs are not servant of government. It's not employer-employee relationship. So whatever remuneration is paid to MPs and MLAs, it's taxable in income from other sources, and allowances are exempt. MPs and MLAs, they get lot of allowances and benefits, all that are exempt. ये भी बहुत पूछते हैं. Even this pension is asked so much in exam. ये मैंने लिखा है ना आपको यहाँ. Very important. Interest received on enhanced compensation, 50% deduction. Yeah. Consideration received in excess of the fair market value. This I'll explain. I'm writing P for pending. Next page, whole explanation is there. Advance money forfeited. Did we do in capital gain chapter that if advance money is forfeited, please add all of you here, after 1st April 2014. After 1st April 2014. Because if advance money is forfeited before, advance money forfeited, yaad hai na sabko? I've sold the property to someone, I took the token money and then the deal is cancelled. So I forfeit that amount. Can you comment in the live chat, those who all are watching? Is volume and screen and all clear? Because here I have muted, I don't know. Done. Keyman insurance policy. Now see, Keyman, see, okay, sorry, one thing. Wapas say advance money, if it is forfeited before 1st April 2014, it is taxed indirectly, it is reduced from the cost. But if advance money is forfeited now, after 1st April 2014, right, then it is directly taxable as income from other sources. Okay? Chalo, next. Keyman insurance policy. Keyman insurance policy is the premium is paid by employer for important employees of the company. And on maturity, if the employer shares some amount with the employee, it or his relative, it's going to be taxable under income from other sources. समझ में आ रहा है? Employee is deceased, but relative of employee gets the maturity amount of key man insurance policy. It's going to be taxable in income from other sources. ठीक है? Interest on employees' contribution towards unrecognized provident fund. We have yet not done salary chapter, but employee contributes to which fund? Unrecognized provident fund, which is not recognized. Then on that, whatever interest you receive, it is taxable. See, here I want to talk ki PPF interest is exempt. You all know what's the full form of PPF? Public Provident Fund. PPF ka interest is exempt. But interest received on unrecognized provident fund. I am employee. I am putting my money in unrecognized provident fund. That interest is going to be taxable in income from other sources. Now we are starting with the most important one. इसको सब side से crown बनाओ. Gift. Ma'am, how gift is taxable? If any gift of money, property, capital received from unrelated person without consideration in excess of 50,000 by an individual HUF, then the entire amount will be taxable under the head income from other sources. Yes, are you all getting what I am saying? If above 50,000, either gift of money or property or any capital asset is received from unrelated person above 50,000, then it is taxable as income from other sources. However, this provision is not applicable. Exceptions. If gift is received from relative. हाँ? अगर relative से gift नहीं मिलेगा तो किससे मिलेगा? So if you receive the gift from relative, it is exempt. Next, on the occasion of marriage, it is exempt. Under a will, you know, so many times I receive gift from my dadaji, my grandfather, by way of will or inheritance and all, or in contemplation of death. If there's a death of a senior member, and automatically all passes on to his son, so that case also it is exempt. Or if gift is received from local authority, from universities, trust which is registered, gift in kind is also taxable. Instead of cash, if I'm receiving gift from my friend, one car of 8 lakh rupees, so it's going to be taxable. Followed? Provided either it should be gift of money or property or capital asset. So we all know what's the definition of capital asset. Yeah, right? So what does, ma'am, why is it taxable? See, A and B are not relatives, but they are best friends. Now A is having 10 lakh rupees cash, but he wants to make this as legal. So he gives it to his friend. I'm telling you the reason. Huh? No books will give you the reason, but of course you should know what was the reason why this little harsh kind of provision कि अरे कोई किसी को gift क्यों ना दे उसकी मर्जी. तो this A and B are not relatives, but they are best friends. A has 10 lakh rupees, but cash. He gifted 10 lakh rupees to B. A wants to buy a flat. He's having 10 lakh rupees to give the token amount. But the builder has requested to give check. A is not having money in bank. So A gave the cash to B. B is having his own file created with sundry advances and datas and all. So this cash, B took it, deposited in his account, and he's having income tax file but no money. Every year, how much income is exempt? 2,50,000. So 240 business income, 240. What's the tax? Nil. You can pay nil tax, and in 3-4 years, you can create 10 lakh rupees file. If you understand 50% also, it's okay, because अभी तक उतना डेप्थ में हम फाइल बनाना और गए नहीं है. What is file? So what this B is doing, you know, every year he shows 2,40,000 as fake income, and files his return by nil tax, because up to 2,50,000 तो कोई tax ही नहीं है. So in 4 years 96,000 करीब हो जाएगा, 2,40,000, no? So 9,60,000 he has white money, I mean say legal file, but no money. So he will take the cash, deposit, and we will again give to A. Now A has got a gift from B. Kitna? 10 lakh rupees. A himself has given his cash. Indirectly through his friend, A is converting his black money 10 lakhs into white without paying any tax. Zero tax. Are you all following? So this kind of habits were not good. Government said this is not right. You are taking gift from your friend and you are only giving the money. So indirectly 10 lakh rupees is converted into white by A, and A is not paying any tax. That's why to stop such practices, they said, okay, other than relative, you cannot gift anything in cash, in money, in property, and in all these forms. Okay? Right? Chalo. Gift received in kind by individual and HF is also taxable. If it is immovable property, stamp duty value is taken, otherwise the fair market value. Now they said exception mein first it is gift from relative is exempt, or gift received on occasion of marriage is exempt, or gift received under a will and all is exempt. So what's the definition of relative? I'm cancelling this example here and I'm showing. Definition of relative is you are here, plus sign. Who is your relative? Father, grandfather, son, grandson. So these are called as linearly ascendant and descendant. See, those who are doing the class with me in 2 hours, if you can complete income from other sources, why you want to juggle separately? Study material problem also I have taken. Very important one. You will check it with me. So what am I saying to all of you? Father, grandfather, this side son, grandson. So these are lineal ascendant and descendant. Brother, sister, mother, father to ho gaya. So mother and father's brother and sister. Mother's brother matlab mama. Mother's sister matlab masi, bua. My own brothers and sisters. And spouse. In case spouse matlab, if my brother is my relative, brother's wife is also my relative, brother's spouse. Sister is relative, sister's husband is also relative. Are you getting? So in case of individual, spouse of individual, brother, sister of either of the parents, brother or sister of spouse of individual, any lineal ascendant or descendant will all be taken as, it will be clear by practice, don't worry. In case of HUF, all the members of HUF are relative. Now you have to give to what? Property. देखो property में क्या क्या है? What is there in the property and income? Please keep patience for 15 more minutes and quickly we'll go and solve all the problems. Property includes capital asset of SSC, including land, building, shares, securities, jewelry, archaeological collections, drawing, paintings, and all, excluding motor car. Motor car, if someone is gifting, it is not treated as capital asset and it is not taxable. And if these gifts are also received from the relative, then no problem. So money, if someone is gifting you 50,000 and 1 rupee, you can't say, okay, ma'am, till 50,000 to exempt and a 1. Once it exceeds, then the whole amount will become taxable in income from other sources. Movable property without consideration if the aggregate fair market value exceeds 50,000. Someone has given you movable property. Movable property for inadequate consideration means the difference between fair market value. So I have gifted to one of my friend, say a painting of 5 lakh rupees in 3 lakh. I didn't give full as gift. I took 3 lakh rupees from my friend for the painting. But what was the market value or FMV? 5 lakh. Have I given 2 lakh gift? Did we do this in stamp duty concept? Huh? If the painting's worth is 5 lakh, why did I get it in 3 lakhs? So if someone has sold me in 3 lakh, 2 lakh is going to be taxable in the hands of buyer. After gift, we will do gift ke problems and then we will move ahead. So movable or immovable property which exceeds 50,000 or the difference exceeds 50,000. Okay. In case of movable, immovable property, stamp duty value on the date of agreement, again same. We have done this in section 50C. Stamp duty value on the date of agreement if part of the consideration is received other than cash, check and ECS and all. In any other case, then stamp duty value on the date of registration. Ma'am, this you have already taught in capital gain chapter. Yes, if I have gifted a property to friend, the day I gifted, if she has paid me at least some token amount, then take the stamp duty value on date of agreement. If nothing is paid or whatever is paid in cash, then stamp duty value on the date of registration. Chalo, it's very easy. Okay, this was last year's amendment, financial year 20 to 23. But ठीक है, जितना part relevant है. Amount received in treatment of COVID. We all know that in COVID, lot of people were getting help also. So if someone is giving you help of 1 lakh, but your actual expense is 80,000, 20,000 will be treated as gift income from other sources. Are you getting? Huh? If because of COVID, some trust, some sanstha is reimbursing your expenses, it should not be more than the actual expense incurred. If I am receiving 1 lakh rupees as compensation for the COVID, but my expense is 80,000, remaining 20,000 is going to be taxable as gift. Same way, amount received in case of death. Within 6 months of the death, if you furnish all the details, okay, any sum of amount received from employer is compensating employee for any family member's death due to COVID, from any other person to the extent of 10 lakhs would not be chargeable. Beyond that, it's going to be chargeable. Okay, so someone said, okay, because of COVID so and so loss you have suffered, we will give you how much? We will give you, say, 18 lakhs. So up to 10 lakhs, it is exempt. Amount received on death due to COVID, up to 10 lakhs is exempt. Remaining 8 lakhs, it is taxable. If this is received within 9 months from the date of the death and certificate and all, you have to give. Okay. Don't go much in deep, but don't ignore also. Simply remember, whenever you are compensated by employer or any third parties for COVID amount, it should not exceed more than your expenses. You cannot earn profit out of this. Second thing is, if there's a death, then amount is going to be received within 9 months, provided he's detected positive and submitted all the records. Up to 10 lakh, it is exempt. Beyond that, it is taxable. Okay? Right. Sharma ji, an employee of central government, died on 29 September. The widow received 10,000 as pension and 40% as DA, 14,000. Therefrom, so when did he die? Employee, 29 September. So October, November, December, January, February, March, April. Sorry, this is July. So July, the employee died. Okay. So family pension will come from August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March. 8 months. 14,000 into 8. It's going to be taxable now because this is received on behalf of employee. is going to be taxable in income from other sources. 1/3 or flat 15,000, whichever is lower. So 15,000 is exempt. Take your time. This is a question about family pension. And now we are doing the questions for gift. One second, dear students, I am here on. Chalo. Let us take some of the questions of gift now. Let us take, these are very small questions. We are doing the third one, second, fourth. You can do it as homework. They are very simple. Let us take the third one. Dev has received 1 lakh from his parents. So amount received from parents is exempt because it's gift received from relative. 50,000 from friend and 25,000 from another friend. Okay, this limit of 50,000 is from all the people throughout the year. Huh? It is not per person. Listen very carefully. If I get gift 10,000 from 6 of my students, ध्यान से सुनो, 10,000 gift I received from 6 of my students. So total how much I received? 60,000. Is it going to be taxable? Yes. Because throughout the year, how much I have received? 60,000. Is it more than 50,000? Yes. अच्छा, can I say, ma'am, अच्छा ठीक है, भले 60 को tax करो, till 50 तो you allow? Answer is no. Clear or not? So that's not allowed. So it is that the recipient should not receive more than 50,000 gift from all the people throughout the year. It's not for individual. Followed or not? 6 of my students gave 10,000. Ma'am, each one gave less than 50,000. But total, how much did I get? 60,000. It's going to be taxable. Students are very dear to me, but they are not my relatives, right or not? So it doesn't fit into relative definition, and that's why it's taxable. I hope this is very important. And can I say, okay, 60,000 I received from 6 students, एक 50,000 तक तो exempt करो, नहीं होता. So even if this point is not clarified, I hope this is very clear to all of you. चलो पढ़ते हैं. So 1 lakh received from parent, not taxable. 50,000 from friend, 25,000 from another friend, 75,000 taxable. Simple. Ravan received 5 lakh from relative and parents of his wife on occasion of marriage. वैसे ही exempted. He also receives 1 car, some jewelry, and other than relatives on the occasion. So even if he receives from non-relatives, but if it is, I hope you are applying it properly. Gift ke jo question study material man, what is asked in past exam, I'll cover. But keep patience. Every time Dipti ma'am's dialogue is one concept, one question. But this chapter, 2-3 bits are always asked together. Abhi to we are doing one concept, one problem. So for him, nothing is going to be taxable as this is all received on occasion of marriage. Okay? Right. Paintings. Is paintings a capital asset? Yes. MF Hussain decides to transfer his paintings collections. He sells the paintings to friend Madhuri. Is it taxable? Yes. Gives the painting to father-in-law. Not taxable, exempt, because it's a gift to relative. sells the painting to National Art Gallery, exempt. And if you give the paintings and paintings to public museum, in Hyderabad, we have one of the beautiful museums in India, Salarjung Museum. So if some antique is recovered in my home while construction, can I give it to museum? Yeah, so that lakhs of people will see that now I have not sold it to museum, I have gifted it to museum. Ma'am, you said no, gift to unrelative. Salarjung Museum people are not my relative. Array, but then this is specifically exempt. If you give the paintings, sculptures and all to National Art Gallery, public museum and all, it is exempt. Are you all following? Now after this next question, don't see the answer. Be honest to yourself and write here T for taxable, not taxable. Khud se karo. The way I have kept, you put a book and try to answer. If you go wrong, no problem. 2 minutes time. अभी ब्रेक नहीं है, बट आप करो 6th क्वेश्चन एंड देन आई विल डिस्कस इट. Okay, ready with the answers? Why you have not yet put in the chat box? If you're ready. See, this is the way you are going to get questions for this topic. Yes, sure. Seema, listen, all of you. Very nice that you have reminded. After completing this topic, for sure, I will check you what I'm teaching right now. 56, 57, 58 is as per the normal tax regime. If you are going for default tax regime, you will not be allowing some deductions. तो वो क्या क्या डिसअलाउ होगा बाद में देखेंगे. अभी चेक करते हैं. देखो, check the tax liability of following gift received by Mrs. Rashmi. Okay, right? Let us check it during the previous year 23-24. On the occasion of marriage, she has received 90,000 as gift. Out of it, 70,000 are from relatives, balance are from friends. So on the occasion of marriage, everything is exempt or not taxable. Please put it in the chat box. Next, on 12th September, she has received gift of 18,000 from cousin of her mother. So cousin of her mother is not relative. Mother is relative. Now, mother's cousin sister is not my relative. However good our relations may be, but she's not relative. So it's taxable, but abhi I'm keeping pending. Aggregate of gift received from unrelated person should exceed 50,000. Cell phone of 20,000 is gifted by employer. So cell phone of 20,000 gifted by employer. Very well, it is taxable under the head salary only, because gift received by employee from the employer above 5,000 taxable. कहाँ पे taxable है? Cell phone received salary head में. तो अभी तक तो one gift is 18. She has received gift of 25,000 from elder brother of husband's grandfather. Husband's grandfather is दादाजी. उनके elder brother, not hierarchy में father, grandfather. Their grandfather's brothers and all are not my relatives. So of course this is going to be taxable. And she has received a gift from a friend. So what is the total gift? 45,000. From non-relatives, the total gift is 45,000. Check now. Is it going to be taxable? Not taxable. Ask your doubts if you have any. That's why I'm asking you to attend live classes. पूछ लो कुछ doubt है तो. Clear? Right. This is a question which is asked in the past exam, and similar question is there in study material also. Chalo, let us take it one by one. Mr. Lalit, a dealer in shares and securities, has entered into following transactions. Received a motor car of 5 lakh as gift from his friend Sunil on the occasion of marriage. Anniversary. If it is on the occasion of marriage, it's going to be exempt, but marriage anniversary, very well, it's going to be taxable. Okay. Oh, sorry, but it is a motor car. I really missed out. I told you that the definition of the capital asset includes land, building, shares, securities, jewelries, collections, paintings, all except motor car. So motor car is exempt. Motor car is exempt. Huh? You have to either write a note or there only in the box. I want all of you to pay attention to presentation also, as this is a 5 marks question asked in the past exam, and similar question is there with different figures and names in study material also. So look at this. Motor car is not included in the definition of asset, hence not taxable. ठीक है? चलो. Next is cash gift of 21,000 each from 4 friends. 21,000 4 friends means 84,000. Is it exceeding 50,000? Yes. Can I give 50,000 exemption? No. Pura 84,000 is going to be taxable. Land at Jaipur on 1st July 2023 as a gift from his friend Kabra. समझ में आ रहा है सबको? Land at Jaipur on 1st July 2023 as a gift from his friend Kabra. The stamp duty value of the land is 6 lakhs as on the date, and land was acquired in 2 lakhs. Okay. So if the land कितने में खरीदा है वो भूल जाओ. But if I have received, Mr. Lalit has received the gift of land from friend and the fair market value or the stamp duty value of the land is 6 lakhs. What's going to be taxable? 6 lakhs. Take your time, dear students. I'm going slow because twice they have asked these kind of the questions One's in MTP, one in actual exam, and study material is also having this question. Not this same question with figures different, but like this. Ma'am, what's the importance of 2 lakh to confuse you? Array, if I am receiving a gift of land from my friend, is it taxable? Yes. Which value? FMV or the stamp duty. So this time they give stamp duty. Now for me, for my friend, what is the cost is irrelevant for me. Lalit purchased from his friend Abhishek, who's a dealer in shares, 1,000 shares at 400 each. Okay. On 19 June, and the fair market value is 600. Okay. 1,000 shares he purchased at 400, whereas the market value is 600. And Lalit has sold these shares in the course of business. They initially said that he is dealing into shares. So when he is dealing into shares, purchase and sale of shares is not a capital asset. Ma'am, but in capital asset definition, you have told that in shares, debentures, ये तो सब capital asset है. But he's a dealer in shares. So shares are stock in trade. He's buying his CLD. This is not taxable. See, difference of 2 lakh in value of the shares. Dealer in shares is not taxable as it represents stock in trade, since he's a dealer and not a capital asset. Are you getting once again? Is the concept clear to you? Huh? If I am getting shares from someone at less than market value, it will be treated as gift. आएगा अभी private company भी. But if I am dealing shares as stock in trade, stock खरीदना बेचना is my everyday work, then not. Further, on 1st November, Mr. Lalit took possession of his residential house booked by him 2 years back. Stamp duty value was 32 lakhs. And on the date of booking, 24 lakhs, he paid 1 lakh. Now, this is like star mark this point. Business head, stamp duty. Capital gain, 50C, and income from other sources. It's so beautiful what they will ask. See, I am a buyer. Lalit is a buyer. He took possession of the house booked by him 2 years back at 20 lakhs. Stamp duty value as on 1st November is 32 lakhs. And on the date of booking, date of agreement, stamp duty value on the date of agreement is 24 lakhs. Stamp duty value on the date of registration is 32 lakhs. But the day of agreement booking, he has paid 1 lakh rupees account pay check. So whenever there is a date of agreement between the two parties and the buyer has paid on the date of agreement a token amount other than cash, account pay check, RTGS, NIFT, then obviously you will take the stamp duty value as on the date of agreement. Now, on the date of agreement, buyer didn't pay anything or he paid 1 lakh rupees in cash. Then you will take the stamp duty value as on the date of registration. See, these are small, beautiful concepts, and I've already made 1 minutes videos for this, so you can definitely watch it. Repeated revision के लिए. तो अभी तो हम क्या करेंगे? Is 24 lakhs value correct? Right. Now, Lalit has purchased the property in 20 lakhs. The stamp duty value of the property is 24 lakhs. I told you the same diagram I have given in capital gain. A sells the property to B. B, why did you buy the property less than market value? Same question I am asking to Lalit. Lalit, when the stamp duty value was 24 lakhs, why did you buy the property at 20 lakhs? 4 lakh is gift received, Lalit, from the seller. So 4 lakh rupees is going to be taxable. See, so many things are there. If you want me to repeat, message me, I will do. Huh? Or either it is too easy. Sometimes the live chat is buzzing. Today it's silent. All clear? समझ में आया? मैंने 3-4 बार तो पढ़ा है आपको. As a buyer, if the fair market value or the stamp duty value of the property is 24, why am I purchasing in 20? 4 lakh rupees is gift. When the property is 24 and if you're ready to give me in 24 lakh rupees, you are indirectly giving me gift. But why did I take 24? Because it's the stamp duty value on the date of agreement, and on that day token amount is transferred by 1 lakh rupees. और नहीं तो 32. ठीक है? On 1st March, oh sorry, I skipped this point. F wala. He received the shop fair market value 150 and cash 50,000 in distribution from a private company at the time of liquidation, attributable to share capital 1,25,000. Okay, this part is of deemed dividend. We have not done it, but still it will be very clear that when company is going into liquidation and the company is giving you 1,50,000 land, 50,000 cash, 2 lakh rupees, then whatever is attributable to not share capital, it will be reserves. Add over there, share capital nahi hoga, uski jagah reserves. This I will clear tomorrow in deemed dividend and revise me, ma'am. Refer back the point. So whenever company is earning anything and giving to shareholder, I'll explain in my way. 2 minutes. Just give me 2 minutes time. Here they go. But you all respond. If it's not clear, say not clear. Company is earning and whatever it distributes to shareholders, it's called as what? Dividend. Now company is earning and it is accumulating, flowing back of the profit, reserves. Whenever they give this to the shareholder, it will be treated as what? Deemed dividend. Taxable in the hands of shareholders till the extent of reserves. What do you mean by reserves? Undistributed profit. So this company has 1,25,000 reserves. And how much they have given to the shareholder? 150. So till the amount of the reserves given to shareholders, it will be treated as deemed dividend. Please don't miss the class tomorrow. As I start in the 30 minutes, it will be clear and very nice questions are asked on deemed. फिर से एक बार. Whatever profit company has earned 4 lakh profit. They distributed 3 lakh profit to shareholder. Shareholder के लिए क्या है? Dividend. 1 lakh they accumulated. Now they decided to close the company. Bye. This 1 lakh, whenever the out of the reserves company is giving to shareholder, it will be treated as dividend and taxable. So same way he is also getting 1,25,000. फिर से पढ़ो पूरा point. He received a shop 150 and cash against the liquidation process. Company is saying we are winding up and against your shares, we are giving you 1,50,000 ka building and remaining cash. But what was, I told you, this is not capital, this is reserve. What was his reserve? 125. So till reserves, it will be treated as deemed dividend. Last point. CII was 103.48 and all. No use of CII. आपको कोई capital gain calculate नहीं करना है. So just do the total, you will get the answer. Yeah, it's a very nice question. Check it for 2 minutes. If you still have any doubt, ask me. Actually, I should have taken this tomorrow. तो भी और clear हो जाता. फिर भी कोई बात नहीं. Yeah, 8 marks. Each bit is for 1 mark, 2 mark, whatever it is. One second, dear students, please check all the adjustments. If you have doubt anywhere, ask me, please. Yes. This part we won't be able to do now because that's related to deemed dividend, lower part. So skip this part. We'll be doing it tomorrow. Wapas se. Chalo. So the list is over. Once again, please come back to list what is directly taxable in income from other sources. Casual income, dividends, interest, family pension, let out furniture and all, LIC maturity, MPs, MLAs, and advance money forfeited, keyman insurance by family members, family pension, gift. All these are taxable under income from other sources, section 56. 57 is what are the expenses that are allowed. 58 is what are the expenses that are disallowed. So let us take up now 57. On interest on securities, see, routine, logical, all the expenses are allowed in income from other sources. On interest on securities, any reasonable expenditure, whatever you pay commission, remuneration to the bank. See, if I am earning interest on securities and interest is taxable in income from other sources, related to that, expenses allowed. Any sum collected from employee towards the welfare fund, deductions, PF, ESIC and all is allowed. So logical expenses which are related to this income are allowed. Family pension, 1/3 of 15,000, whichever is lower, allowed. If you are giving plant and machinery on rent, other amenities on rent, and rental income is taxable here, then related to that repairs, insurance, depreciation is also allowed. Other expenditure incurred by assessee not being capital expenditure, wholly exclusively incurred. So if there is a routine expense, logical expenses which is related to business head, allowed. 50% of interest received on enhanced compensation is allowed. If expenses related to income are not more than income, then all the expenses are allowed. Okay? Related expenses are all allowed. Any expenditure in respect of which payment or aggregate payment exceeding 10,000. Yeah. If payment is made above 10,000 in cash in a single day, then it's going to be disallowed. So, ये तो disallowed का list है. Up to 10,000 it is allowed. Next is interest paid. This is a point very important for MCQ, and this is definitely covered in the last year's adjustment. Last year के amendments में ये देखो. Interest paid related to dividend is allowed maximum up to 20% of dividend received. Now, how? I have made my own examples 1 and 2, and it will be clear. This is surely going to be asked in MCQs. I have taken loan of 1 lakh rupees at the rate of 10,000 to invest in the shares of Reliance Industries. Okay. Now, what dividend I have received? 15,000. Reliance Industries is giving me 15,000 dividend. But to invest in shares, I have paid 10,000 interest. So 10,000 interest is exclusively for this dividend. Can I deduct? Answer is no. Maximum interest can be deduct 20% of this. Done. I hope you are getting. How much dividend I have received from RIL? 15,000. How much interest I have paid on 1 lakh? 10,000. But dividend is received, is allowed to be deductible 20% of the dividend. That is 3,000 and 12,000. Deductions under section 80M. ये तो हो गया income from other sources. I want to repeat, in income from other sources, whenever you receive dividend received, and for investing in the shares on which you have got dividend, you have taken loan. So loan interest is not fully allowed. How much interest is allowed? Up to 20% of the dividend received. This is my own made example, but same kind of example can be asked in MCQ's case study. And income from other sources, it's like chotu sa popcorn topic. It doesn't come alone. No one likes to eat popcorn and these junk food, burgers and all alone. Coke chahiye. So in India, we started jumbo vada pav with lassi. So this income from other sources usually comes with deductions. So one deductions is ATM. I want to show you how it works. Dividend paid by the company is 28,000. Dividend received is 15. Just take the data. Okay. ATM, ये लिखा है मैंने. Allowed only for companies. Ma'am, why you are teaching deduction? Dear students, I will teach you this deduction in deduction chapter. But this is very relevant, so we are covering it in income from other sources also. देखो फिर से. Deduction under ATM is allowed only for companies, corporates. Okay. It says that dividend received, net of interest. How much is dividend received? 15. Net of interest, 12. Or dividend paid is deductible. Ma'am, shall we rectify this? No, I'll explain you the logic why they have come up with ATM. First, you all solve with me. What is dividend received? 15,000. What is interest paid to receive the dividend? 10,000. But how much deduction is allowed maximum for interest paid? 20% of dividend received is the maximum deduction allowed for interest paid. So ये तो हो गया 3,000 और ये 12,000. Other than this company had business income 5 lakh and in dividend income 15,000. Though interest paid is 10,000, only 3,000 deduction will be allowed और ये होगा आपका taxable. Now, what is the dividend received? 15 minus 3, 12. What is the dividend paid? 28. Least of both is deductible in ATM. And the beautiful reason behind this is, listen all of you. Companies, they themselves invest in other companies. So they get dividend. That same dividend they are passing on. Are you getting? They are receiving the dividend. And that same dividend they are passing on to the shareholders. So why double tax? If I have received dividend and if I have paid dividend, whichever is least, I should get deduction in ATM. So how this is going to be asked in exam? I'll revise all the points here. Dividend received is 15,000. Interest paid is 10,000, but only till 20%, 3,000 is deductible. Okay? Now, what is dividend received? 15 minus 3, 12,000. What is dividend paid? 28,000. Least is deductible in ATM. All clear to all of you? What topic we are doing right now? What deduction is allowed? 56 section is over. We are in right now 57. What deduction is allowed? So in family pension, 1/3 is allowed. Amount received as ex gratia, and if you are ex gratia is like a kind of bonus. But if the central government undertaking and all who dies while in active service and all, it is exempt, just for reading purpose. These points are very important for question solving. Check with me. Grossing up of income. Of course, I'll teach you the whole salary chapter, but listen to me. I'm giving you 1,000 interest, commission, dividend, anything. Is 1,000 my expense? Is 1,000 your income? Yes. Now I'm saying, listen, dear students, this 1,000 is your income, no? Interest income. Give me 100 rupees. I will deduct the tax and pay to government and I'll give you 900. You said, okay. I gave you 1,000. I said, but on this you have to pay tax. And TDS is a smart move of government. On your income, you will pay the tax or not. I am generating the income for you. So I will only deduct and pay. TDS का concept बड़ा beautiful है. Are you all getting? So I am only deducting in 1,100 rupees and paying to government, what is your income? You have received 900, but your income is 1,000. It's like 1,000 rupees is received, and again out of that you have paid tax. Clear or not? Same way, what is my expense? 1,000 or 900? Can someone comment? What is my expense? 1,000 or 900? Quick, quick, quick. दीप्ति मैम सब पढ़ा सकते हैं, but when you answer, no, you are digging deep. Your analytical skill is widening. बोलो बोलो बोलो. My expense is 1,000 or 900? 1,000. Why 1,000? I've paid you 900 net and 100 rupees TDS I paid to government. My pocket to 1,000 has gone gross. You have received 900. Actually, you have received 1,000 and you have paid 100 as TDS. So what is your income? In short, the gist is whenever an income from other sources in exam, if they say you TDS is deducted and net is given, you have to gross up. You have received net 900. Is 900 your income? No, 1,000. Followed or not? So how to do that grossing up? Ye dekho. If net amount of TDS, net amount after TDS is given, you need to gross up with some formula which I don't understand. But I know like this. If interest you have received 9,000, 90%, after 10% TDS gross is 100. 90% is 9,000, 100% is kitna? 10,000. Yeah, TDS rate you will learn, and otherwise also you'll remember. Followed or not? So what is my expense? 10,000. What is your income? Though you have received 9,000, 10,000. Grossing up, nothing to write today because these are simple concepts. We'll do one topic called as minor. Minors, minor matlab children. Minor children below 18 years, if they are having income, their income is clubbed in the hands of the parent. So parent will get for per minor child 1,500 per child as exemption. So, अच्छा, can we divide? There are 2-3 children. इसकी income mother में जाने दो, इसको father में जाने दो, इसको अक्कड़ बक्कड़. Can we do? No. All minors' income is clubbed in the hands of the parent who is having highest income. And then regularly. More I'll tell you in the clubbing chapter. As of now, important is if minors' income is taxable in my hands, up to 1,500, we will get exemption. Interest credited to PPF account is exempt. Super duper important. You can check the past exam paper. Interest on post office saving account interest is exempt up to 3,500 in a single account and double 7,000 in joint. So post office interest received is say 8,000, 3,500 exempt hai, 5,500. Post office interest received by person is exempt up to 3,500 in single account. Last part, and then we will take a break and we'll continue. Thoda I'm doing bit by bit, but nothing I'm leaving, and it's worth to complete your income from other sources in these classes. So what are the deductions allowed? Family pension is allowed. TDS is not allowed as deduction. If you have received 9,000 net income, your taxable income is gross. Now deductions, what are not allowed? I want all of you to write same as business head. What is not allowed in business head? Ma'am, advertisement in political party, not allowed. Payment in cash above 10,000, not allowed. Unreasonable payment to relative, not allowed. So like this, what is not allowed in business head, same is not allowed in income from other sources. Personal expense, interest if is paid outside India and we forgot to deduct TDS, that expense is not allowed. Any payment taxable in India as salaries and TDS is not paid, not allowed. Payment above 10,000, not allowed. Okay. And this casual income, one thing is clear, 115 BB, winning from lotteries, online gaming and all. No expenditure is allowed. I have won a lottery of 5,000, but 500 was the cost of lottery. Not allowed. No deductions allowed. Okay, I have won a lottery of 5 lakh, but I have put 80 CMA some money. Can I get deductions? No deductions. No expenditure. No loss. Okay, I have got 5 lakh rupees lottery income, but earlier I had this loss. Can I set off? No. No basic exemption. Okay, I have earned 5 lakh rupees lottery income, but 2.5 lakh tak to exempt hai. No. Flat. Casual income is taxable flat. See, if I won, say 1 lakh rupees in KBC, I can't even say to and fro expenses of KBC. वो तो allow करो, वो भी नहीं होता ना. No expenditure, no deductions, no benefit, no nothing. ठीक है? This part I have printed here, but I'll be comfortable teaching this in income from deductions. इसका ना एग्जाम्पल है, एग्जाम्पल के साथ करेंगे. या ULIP I have already covered in capital gain. Let us keep this pending. We will study this in income from other sources. Okay, so quickly we are taking a break of 5 minutes. You can check the screen if you wish to till then. And then now directly I'm going to problems. Then second part of this is deemed dividend and one private company shares which is asked wo baad mein. Straight I'm doing. If you are too excited, you can start the problem. And don't say, ma'am, इतने बड़े problems आते हैं. अरे नहीं आते हैं ना. Then why we are doing for practice. Presentation and all I will show. Sure. Okay, any doubts anyone is having? Please check the presentation even if income is exempt. Okay, I want to repeat. See, these problems are all there in the DT compiler, and I'm giving it either if you want a printout from us, hard copy, you can order in the Concept Classes app, or you can join the Telegram. There it is freely available. You can download, you can take a print of yourself. Now listen, all of you, very important is, while you solve the problems of income from other sources, if there are some exempt income, write it in a column and write there itself exempt. Otherwise, you will have to write notes and it will become very lengthy. Right. Chalo. Let us take up ninth question. Okay, what is the format? Like if I say house property, you start with GAV. If I say business head, you start with net profit add less. If I say capital gain, you start with sale consideration less expenses. So what is the format? Nothing. Income from other sources says whatever is taxable, write in outer column. Whatever is exempt, write exempt. And if there is net income received, work out the gross income. Ma'am, such big problems are going to be asked. Arey, nahi aayenge baba. Then why I'm taking just for practice? They will ask you 4-5 marks bits which are super duper scoring. Right? Now, I'm solving it here itself. So just check with me. Net agricultural income. Okay. All these are income. Compute the taxable income for Mr. Roy. Down solution is there, but how we will solve it, we will check it, because I want you to take down lot of explanation here. Okay. So don't go down. Wahin ke wahin kar lete hain. We will do it there itself. Yes, I have skipped few things in between. करेंगे ना. पहले थोड़े problems करते हैं. Net agricultural income. Suppose this is my answer. ये question also I am reading here. Answer also I am doing here. So net agricultural income in India under section 10(1) it is exempt. So we will write it. See, if you want, check the answer ऐसे. Agricultural income in India exempt. ठीक है? ऐसे. Now, agricultural income from Sri Lanka, very well taxable. So write in particulars and write the answer. Profit of in sale of agricultural land in Mangalore city. Even if it is taxable on sale of urban land and all, it's taxable in capital gain chapter. And this is the agricultural land. So when you sell the agricultural land, it is exempt. Vacant land, ground rent received, 12,000. Bilkul taxable. Rent received from subletting, but related to that expense is also there. So particulars and double column you have made, no? To write in a column, 37,500 is the rent you have received. Against this, how much rent you have paid? 15,000. And maintenance expenses, 1,200. Maintenance expenses, 1,200. Just in the inner column you have to write. Please do it in notebook. I am doing it here so that you can refer to the question also. So करो कितना आ रहा है calculator. 37,500 is subletting. Don't say ma'am standard deduction and all. This is not house property. Related to that, how much rent we have paid? 15,000. Maintenance 1,200. 21,300. Chalo. Director's sitting fees 3,600. Very well taxable. Interest on deposits. Deposits is FD. FD interest, recurring deposit, SB, saving account interest, all are taxable here. Interest on postal saving account scheme is exempt. Postal saving account scheme is exempt. So in the outer column, write down exempt. Interest in PPF. Public Provident Fund say whatever interest you get is exempt. Detail we'll study in house property. Interest accrued but not received on NSC. The full form of NSC is National Savings Certificate. It's a government scheme where you put the money, forget it for 6 years. interest will accrue, interest on interest, karke. After 6 years, they give you double the amount. So if I put in NSC, say 6,000 rupees now in 2024, I'll get 12,000 after the 6 years. ठीक है ना? So interest accrued but not received. So interest is not received, but every year on the national savings certificate is the interest accruing? Yes, it is exempt. See, don't think it is very easy. You can do it yourself. Pay attention to all the energy I'm putting for the explanation. Oh, sorry. NSC interest is not exempt, though it is not received, but it is accrued, so very well taxable. Interest received on the post office monthly scheme, MIS, monthly scheme, taxable. Interest on deposit or FD with HDFC, taxable. Interest on securities, taxable. Dividend received from Indian company. इंडियन कंपनी से अगर आपको डिविडेंड मिल रहा है तो टैक्सेबल है. अगेंस्ट दैट यू हैव पेड सम बैंक चार्जेस एंड ऑल, नथिंग इज अलाउड. From dividend received, only interest paid is deductible, that to 20% of the dividend received. Clear to all of you? Right. Dividend received from foreign company, 1100. Taxable hai, 1100. But see, you have received dividend from foreign country, 1100. But against that, how much interest you have paid to invest in the foreign company? 8,600. But how much deduction will be allowed? 20% of dividend received, say more. Interest paid is not deductible, and 20% is 220. 220. So it is 880. ठीक है? Right? Gift received from charitable trust. Gift received from charitable trust. It is exempt. From registered trust, if you receive, ma'am, but it's exceeding 50,000, still it's exempt. Gift from foreign currency, exempt. Gift from another friend in Indian currency. Oh, this both will become taxable because it is exceeding 50,000, 1 and 500. Mila ke you can write it as taxable, 50,501. Are you all with me? This is gift received from a friend. Indian currency or foreign currency. Is it exceeding 50,000? Yes, fully taxable. Then if gift is received from registered trust, is it exempt? Yes. Winning from lottery, net is net of taxes. So tax is 30,600 and net received is 69,400 plus 30,600 TDS. 1 lakh is taxable. 69,400 is received. TDS is how much is deducted? 30,600. So how much is going to be taxable? 1 lakh. Okay. This is some TDS. Otherwise 30% you can take and directly 70 and 30 also can be taxable. Once again, net you have received and TDS is deducted. So gross 1 lakh. Cost of the lottery ticket is not allowed to be deducted. Debenture interest 10% on 1 lakh is due in September and March. Twice a year, debenture interest accrues, but it is not received. But still on due basis, because I am having like national savings certificate, interest is not received for 6 years. But still accrued interest is there. So even this 1 lakh pay 10%, 10,000. Do not receive taxable. Now, if you do the total, you will get all the answer. करो कितना आ रहा है total? 10,000, 12,000. Do the total. Total income from other sources is 2,40,231. You can check the answer now. I did it there itself so that I can write. See the presentation. Inner column is for working. See, bank charges not allowed. I have written here. I think you can do this. Otherwise फिर note लिखना पड़ेगा, note 1, note 2. See, dividend from foreign companies 1100. I have paid interest 8600, but सिर्फ 20% तक ही deductible है. ठीक है? Right. So like this 10th sum you can do as homework. Of course, I will discuss the deemed dividend tomorrow, but थोड़े छोटे छोटे concept है that I am doing now. Deemed dividend we will do it tomorrow. It's a very nice concept, and along with deemed dividend I'll go back and explain something in the capital gain chapter also. Chalo, aa jao, where we had left. I want to go to the beginning of the chapter. All these are incomes. I gave lot of explanation how they are going to be taxable. Gift part is clear to all of you. Yeah, right. Tomorrow we are starting with income from salary after I complete the deemed dividend. So don't miss the class. I've given some homeworks here also. Chote chote. Seventh problem, market, very important. This is the level of the problem asked. So if you call me as top 50 questions, then this is one of the questions asked. ठीक है? चलो. Deductions we know. What is not deductible we know. Lottery and all flat taxable. Yeah, this part I'll do one thing. I'll explain an income from other sources, but I'll cover now the part. Whenever life insurance premium policy is maturing, and if it is unit linked insurance plan means along with the life risk coverage, you are getting return on your money which you have put in LIC, and these returns are linked with market. So market rate पे जो returns मिलते हैं ULIP, right? And here, whenever you have put the money in ULIP, if the single premium exceeds 2,50,000 or put together all the policies exceed premium exceed 2,50,000, on maturity, whatever amount you receive is taxable under capital gain. Huh? Now, other than this, normal LIP, if single premium exceeds 5 lakhs for all the policies or single policy, it's going to be taxable. फिर से एक बार हाँ, ULIP, what is the limit? 2,50,000. Where it is taxable? Capital gain. LIP, normal LIP. What's the limit? 5 lakhs, single premium or all. Where it's taxable? Income from other sources. Other than this, if you have taken a policy before 2012 and premium exceeds 20% of the sum assured is maturity value. Or if you have taken the policy after 1st April 2012 and premium exceeds 10%, or after 13 for a disabled person and premium exceeds 15%, then on maturity, this is going to be taxable in income from other sources, and TDS be deduct hoga under section 194D. Under section 194D. ठीक है? This again with example, if you want, you can write refer deduction for example. But at least a basic concept is fitted. I did explain this in the capital gain chapter. ULIP on maturity taxable as capital gain, LIP other source. ULIP if single premium or all premium exceeds 2,50,000 here, single premium or all premium exceeds 5 lakh. Clear? Right. If amount is received on the sum received on the death of the person, it will not be taxable. Okay. For calculating actual capital sum assured, not to include bonus and all, only sum assured which is decided. GST part should not be included. 5 lakh limit is not applicable to term life insurance premium. This is the amendment of this year. Where premium is term life insurance, क्या होता है पता है? Generally you pay premium every year. Term life insurance, once only you pay lump sum premium. Yeah, and amount is anyhow received after death. So to this taxability is not applicable. And sum assured minus the premium paid is taxable. समझ में आ रहा है? Sum assured is 10 lakhs and premium already paid is 6 lakhs. So 4 lakhs what you received is only taxable here. Ma'am, why is it taxable? Because the premium exceed this limit or premium exceed 5 lakh. Okay, right. Please do it. If not clear, ask me. Now, this is a very nice concept. They say that in case of closely held company are nothing but private company. Closely held company or private company. If the shares are issued at premium, you all know face value plus premium, and you have say sold the shares of private company above the premium. So the difference received is gift, income from other sources. Ma'am, give one example. So many example. ये देखो. Face value of share कितना है? 100. This is applicable only for a private company. Huh? This is asked in MCQ for 2 marks. 2 बार पूछ चुके हैं, इसको ध्यान से करो. What is face value of the share? 100. Fair market value of the share 120. Issue price 130. Is issue price including 100 plus 30 premium? Yes. Why did you issue at 130 when the fair market value was 120? See, I am a private company. I can issue the shares at fair market value, which includes face value and premium. But I have issued the shares above the fair market value. So this 10 rupees received by the private company from the closely held shareholders taxable. Since provisions of 56 to clause 7b are attracted, since shares are issued at premium, excess of issue price over the FMV. What is FMV? 120. Shall be treated as income in the hands of the private company. Private company, you should have issued the shares at 120. Why did you issue at 130? 10 rupees extra received is taxable. Chalo. Now, face value of the share is 100. Fair market value is 120. You have issued at 110. You didn't issue it at above the FMB. So nothing is going to be taxable. Face value is 100. Fair market value is 90. Issue price is 9. Did I issue above the fair market value? Yes. But there is no premium. If you issue the shares above the fair market value and the fair market value has premium element. Of course, I agree. I have issued 90 ka share at 98. But 90 and 98 are both below 100. So nothing. Since they are issued at discount, nothing is going to be taxable. Face value of the share is 100. Fair market value is 90. We have issued at 110. Did we issue the shares above the face value, fair market value? Yes. But ma'am, here also, there is no premium. But here to premium hai na? 110. Face value is 100. You have issued the shares at premium? Yes. Did you issue above the... Have you issued the shares above at premium? Yes. Is it issued above the FMB? Yes. Ma'am, here also this is issued above the FMB, but is it issued at premium? No, not applicable. So this is an example. Now let us read the rule. Section 56(2)(7) brings to consideration received from a resident person by a company. Which company? Private company. Other than one public. Okay. Such excess is treated as income of the closely held company under income from other sources, where consideration received for issue of shares exceeds the face value. However, provisions would not be attracted where consideration for issue of shares is received by Ventura Capital Fund and all. Okay, that's an exception. आपको उतना डेप्थ में मत जाओ. The difference is going to be taxable for MCQE, remember. Fair market value shall be higher of determined in accordance with method or by AU. For purpose of FMV, value of the assets and all, goodwill and all should be, for the purpose of calculation, the value of assets would include the intangibles and all. This is not relevant. Nahi bhi padho to chalega. It's there in your syllabus I have given. Just know the example and score marks. Okay. Dividend, everything we are going to do tomorrow. Frankly speaking, if we would have started on time, ये हो जाता था. चलो डिविडेंड में एक छोटा सा कॉन्सेप्ट है, dividend stripping, that I would like to teach in my own way. Rarely it is asked, but it's a nice concept. See, I'm having a big portfolio and lot of companies are paying me dividend in June 24. Now in May 24, I transferred some shares cost to my son. He's also major but just graduated from college actually and joined the business. So abhi kuch khas income nahi hai. So what I did is, I'm going to receive huge dividend in June 24 because all the companies, they hold their AGMs, no, in June 24. So in May 24, I transfer the shares cost to my son. And whoever is the owner of the shares will get the dividend. So he gets the dividend. After he receives the dividend, jisko mila uske haath mein taxable, he pays the tax. After 1 or 2 months, again I buy back my shares cost from him. So he's not getting any capital gain. He's getting dividend income, but for him up to 2,50,000, no tax. So like this dividend stripping, sometimes bonus stripping, what is the concept is, before the due date of dividend, you try to divert your income. Did we do this in basic classes, diversion of income? It's going to be taxable in my hands. Okay, go to house property. I said, Sunita is my younger sister. I'm the owner of the house, but pay the rent to Sunita, my younger sister. She will use this rent to pay her hostel, education and all expense. Hurry. But who is the owner of the house? Dipti ma'am. So rental income, where it will be taxable? Dipti ma'am's hand. Followed or not? All of you. Huh? So this is how dividend stripping. Don't try to learn the language ki isko short note mein aayega. Example aayega to you should be able to do. Any person buys or acquires securities or units within 3 months prior to record date. Ma'am, what is record date? Record date is the date on which company gives dividend. I know some of the students are saying only from the notes it's not clear. Now that's why with the notes you have to attend the class also. No? Record date is the date on which dividend is given. Such person sells or transfers such securities within a period of 3 months after the date. Such unit within a period of 9 months. Agar shares हैं तो 3 months में वापस they have transferred. And units that are within 9 months, the dividend income securities received is by such person is exempt. It's going to be taxable in my hands. Loss, if any arising, shall be ignored. Yeah, such loss shall not exceed the amount of dividend or income received. Now, if you have not followed anything, just look at the example of dividend stripping. W purchased 1,000 shares of UTI. UTI is going to declare dividend. W sells entire 1,000 shares on 39 for 9,000. Okay. In this case, 9,000 may sell kar diya. When the cost was 12,000, 3,500 is loss to whom? W. And dividend will be received by the buyer. So that dividend, 3 per unit, 1,000. This dividend is going to be taxable in my hands only, W's hands. W is saying I have sold 9,000 shares in, I've sold the 12,500 shares in 9,000 and there's a loss. No loss. In this loss, dividend you have diverted. The dividend is going to be taxable for you and 500 loss you can show. If you do it, fine. If you want to skip, I'm telling you income from other sources. This problem is important. Next problem you do as homework. I will take up deemed dividend concept in the first half an hour, and then immediately I will start with income from salary. So don't miss the class tomorrow. Do you have a doubt anywhere? Ask me. कुछ और रह तो नहीं गया ना? Bond washing. Oh, I missed explaining bond washing. Thank you. You all are smart enough to go back. Bond washing is also like that only. Dividend stripping के जैसे. Debentures and all. Just read the example. Raja transferred 1,10% debenture to sister on 20th of March to evade tax. This securities is repurchased in 10th of April. Interest received 10,000 will be taxable in the hands of the Raja. So bond washing transaction is transaction where securities are sold before due date and then reacquired. See, some students are मैम छोड़ देते हैं, ऐसा नहीं होता है. क्रैश कोर्स है या फास्ट ट्रैक है, कॉन्सेप्ट तो सब पढ़ना पड़ेगा ना. The practice is adopted by person in higher income group to avoid tax by transferring the securities. Yes, right. In such case, interest is received by transferee. Such interest will be deemed to be income of transferor and would be taxable in the hands. Mr. Raja transferred 1,10% debentures to sister to evade tax. This too I explained. Nothing in above will be taxable if AO is satisfied that no evidence of any diversion is there. There was not any avoidance of income tax, and AO has asked the documents. So, nahi sir, genuinely I have transferred, I have not diverted the income. If you can prove, no problem. Have we completed agricultural income? Yeah, revision video shortly for TDS also I'll make. So watch all the revision videos in YouTube. Watch DT Sarathi fast track batch for practice of problem because revision video is all the gist. And GST classes live are going on in the evening. Fill up the form and attend the live classes for 2 days and check for yourself. There's a lot of difference. That's what students are saying. It's not that I'm not justifying these classes. Upar se I'm teaching. No. But when it is Zoom, students are asking very good quality, good doubts, and that's what I want. Yes, for GST also revision videos I'll put in YouTube. But अभी तो chapter wise तो करना पड़ेगा. ठीक है? Yes, GST live classes are free. Material will be provided. Amendments are covered. Question and answers, even if you are writing in November, December 24, सब होगा. बहुत ज़्यादा भी detail में नहीं है, बहुत fast भी नहीं है. What is required for exam? Because your subjects are two was DT and GST. So I think around 30 classes yesterday we started. So if anyone wishes to join, they can message us in Telegram, in WhatsApp. We will share the Google form and you'll be added in a group where you'll get the Zoom link and material and all. Okay, that's all for today, dear students. Thank you so much and keep up your spirit of doing quality good studies of 2 hours, quality good break, 2 hours, 2.5 hours. इतना मजा आता है जब फोन पीछे रख के एक टॉपिक यू पिक अप एंड यू स्टडी and then when you take a break, take quality good break, watch some comedy movie, talk with someone, go for a walk, eat, sleep, whatever you want to do, again come back, right?